We're on in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, Paisan? I'm Danny Cesternino. This is Ces Says. I cannot believe we are kicking off our 4th season of Ces Says. I cannot believe we're kicking off our 7th year of What's Up, Hendry? Hey, how you doing, Hendry? We've had a great 6 weeks since the draft. Everybody's team was set up 6 weeks ago at Swaikata's house. Kev, thanks for having everybody over. Thanks for making all that food. Enough food for 20 people. Although the peppers and onions, not really sure what all that was for. We had a lower attendance this year than we've had in years past. No 2015 champ. No 2015 runner-up. No 2014 champ. No Karen. Well, Karen's not being there actually was a good thing. But a little bit lower attendance. Hopefully next year we can bump that back up. All in all, great day getting everybody together. Fantasy football really is such a fun game. And we are only 4 weeks into the season, about a third of the way through. Still a lot of fantasy football to be played. Still a lot of trades to be made. And eventually, one champion will get paid. But that is the future. That is the unknown. Let's talk about the past and what's already happened. It's been an interesting couple of weeks of the season so far. So fantasy football is such a fun game that you don't always know what's going to happen. And that's the fun part. You know, as much as you think you know, you're always a little off, and it keeps you pissed off. So let's just run through a couple things anybody wish we would have known 6 weeks ago. All right, we had key injuries to Adrian Peterson. Keenan Allen tears his ACL. Des Bryant has a broken knee. Justin Forsett drafted in the mid-rounds. He was released from the actual football team he was on. Josh Gordon is smoking more weed than the head coach of the Zachinators. Jamal Charles has 2 carries through 4 weeks of the season? Come on! Oh, surprise! Arian Foster can't stay healthy. Odell Beckham is working out with Sasquatch. He is not working out with his fantasy owners. You know, as good as we want Eddie Lacy to be, because he lost the weight, he's just never going to be a good running back in fantasy football. Tabor's the Zachinators. Zachinators is suck at cockbags. Brad is the auto drafters. I never have any idea who I'm playing. The waiver wire is 60% of our league is on the waiver wire at 5 a.m. and you can never pick up a free agent. And the number 2 running back in yardage is on the Browns. Crowell, I guess better luck next year. So to break down and help jump into more of this league, break down the X's and bows, let's bring in the coach.
We drop bows on them, drop bows on them when we we drop bows on them, drop bows.
All right, so I've gotten word that we have him on the line. I'm going to put my earpiece in. Hi, Tom. Can you hear me? A pleasure having you on the show. Tom.
How you doing, buddy? Thanks for having me today.
No problem, Tom. I am a big fan of yours. I can't believe it's taken this long to get you on in studio. I am very excited to do this interview with you.
You know what? It's a long time coming. We're happy to be here. Excited about the season and what the future holds for us.
Okay, good. So let's talk about the past a little bit. Okay, Tom? I got to do it. 2014, 2015, you finished in 11th place. A combined 6 games won between those 2 years. Already this year, you have 4 wins.
Needed to be made. I recognized it in the offseason. Was not satisfied with the direction that our team was heading. Our ticket sales were low. We're having a tough time bringing players to our franchise. And you know what? We made a big decision to make the move to Denver. Everything's going great there. We got great weather, great dispensaries. Everything seems to be working out over there. Pretty calm.
All right, Bo. So you did win Super Bowl I 7 years ago, back in 2009. that was a really great team that you had there. I know it's early in the season. Are you getting some of the magic or same feelings in the locker room about that team you had?
Great team back in 2009. 7 years ago is a long time. Things have changed. I think the direction of the league has changed. We're happy in the locker room. We're satisfied, but we're taking it one shift, one period, one game at a time, and we're going to see where this season takes us this year.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So let's take this one player at a time. You have Odell Beckham, and he's in the final year of his 2-year keeper contract. Chances are he does not return next year. How do you replace a guy like that?
Nothing. You guys know how I feel about Odell Beckham. He's a great player, but I can't root for him because he wears that ugly blue. Not for nothing. He's been nothing more than spectacular for me. Half the time that he's been with me, he's been the only one producing. I'm announcing this right now, live on this show. I'm looking to trade Odell Beckham. Karen's just going to cost you a little more than Mike Tolbert, but I'm open to trade options with anyone.
Wow, that is pretty big news, Tommy. Okay, so we've been talking about your team. Let's start opening this up to the rest of the league. Let's do the X's and Bo's, okay? So the first question, when you're up near the top in this league, you probably need to make a big move. I mean, trade a next year draft pick. Is that fair to say you're going to do a move like that in the upcoming weeks?
Always looking to make their team better. I mean, trading draft picks for the following year is a tough thing to do. But yes, we are looking to make our team better. We're happy with our team. We're good. We're not great, but we're looking to make the push to be elite by the end of the season.
Okay, good answer. So the preseason rankings come out. Commish wrote them. Was that a challenge flag?
That power rankings. As usual, I feel shortchanged. I wasn't happy with the power rankings. We were not happy as a team with that power rankings. Commish had the hoax on me. 5th overall. Got a powerhouse. We're using you as incentive, Commish. We see you this week. Your face is up in the locker room. We're walking in. We're seeing your face, Commish. We're ready to play you. We're ready. I don't like that
Wow,
ranking.
so he pulls out the challenge flag. You want the rankings reevaluated. Okay.
I feel it is not conclusive enough.
All right, so you are number 1 right now, 4-0. Let's talk about the 3 teams nipping at your heels at 3-1. Let's start with Swikata. Was that a Super Bowl preview? He's got to have one of the best receiving cores in the league, no?
I mean, let's talk about that. I mean, receiving core best in the league. My receiving core just absolutely showed why they're the best in the league without one of our players doing anything. Swikata and Jeremy got a good team. They always do. Their running backs are good. They got good keepers. They always come to play. Do I think they're going to be in the finals? Only time will tell, but yeah, I think it's a strong case that they could be there.
Okay, so now Iger gets Le'Veon back. He's 3-1 now. He has Aaron Rodgers already. Both are probably the best at their position. Where does Iger fit in?
Probably puts in more effort than anyone into the draft, and it shows when his team comes out on paper. He's got Aaron Rodgers, he's got Le'Veon Bell. I expect him to be there. I expect him to make a move. You know why he's always looking to wheel and deal? I have all the faith in the world that he'll do something by the end of the season.
All right, last question about the 3-1s. Karens doesn't even show up to the draft. Is he lucky or is he good at fantasy football?
Since this league started in 2009, we've done everything fair in my book. And I think we did a good job at that this year. I mean, not for nothing, Joe Scroy unfortunately couldn't make it due to car trouble that day. But it was nice to have the band get together at the draft, make sure Karen's received the players he needs to put a decent product on the field, and he's doing a good job with it. Because you know everything we do here is fair by the book.
All right, I'm sensing a hint of sarcasm there. So let's look at the bottom 5 teams. There are 5 1-3 teams here, Tommy. Now, some of these teams are going to become a seller in the upcoming weeks, but you know a team or two is going to emerge and get hot. Who do you like to become a good team?
I've got to say, Umanov's going to be there. He always has a good product. He always does a good job. He's very solid with his decision making. You got to feel like he's going to emerge. And the other guy you got to throw in there is whatever's going on in Berlin right now is some bad weather, but I always have the confidence that Matt Berzik does a great job of putting a good product on the field. He'll weather the storm. He'll come back, and I expect him to make a push for the playoffs as well.
Good answer. All right, Tommy, that's all I have. Any closing statements
I
here?
got a couple of signs I made. Just looking forward to the future here. Make What's Up Hendry great again, and good luck the rest of the way, jerk-offs.
All right, Tommy, take care. All right. So that's going to wrap up this week's show. We have 9 weeks as fantasy players to get the best team we can assembled. get into the playoffs and try to win that $1,800. Taking us out, I'm Danny Cess, and that's what I'm saying!